town. Everywhere we go, we bring the curtains down. Shandor's got his head up in the clouds so high. And Froggy's dropping truth bombs, making grown men cry. We swear like sailors, cause a big commotion. Getting thrown out, it's like our life's devotion. For bars and cafes, they show us the door. But we keep on laughing, yeah, we keep asking for more. Sanders got a mouth that never knows when to quit. He'll say the wrong thing just for the hell of it. Froggy's on a rant about the state of the nation, while Sanders in the corner lacking concentration. We swear like sailors, cause a big commotion. Getting thrown out, it's like our life's devotion. From bars to cafes, they show us the door. But we keep on laughing, yeah, we keep asking for more. We've been banned from the bar, kicked out of the diner, but we'll just find another, cause the night's getting finer. Shander's a dreamer with his head in the world. Froggy's got opinions that'll make your hair curl. Amanda tried to flirt, but it turned into a mess. She called her a lady, she heard hot mess. Froggy's on his soapbox, preaching to the crowd, but all they hear is noise, cause he's way too loud. We swear like sailors, cause a big commotion. Getting thrown out, it's like our life's devotion. From bars to cafes, they show us the door. But we keep on laughing, yeah, we keep asking for more. So if you see us coming, better lock the door. Cause Chandra and Froggy are always looking for more. We're a whirlwind of chaos, a two-man parade. And we'll keep on rolling till our legend is made. Yeah, we'll keep on rolling till our legend is made. We've been banned from the bar, kicked out of the diner, but we'll just find another, cause the night's getting finer. Shandor's a dreamer with his head in a whirl. Farney's got opinions that'll make your hair curl. We've been banned from the bar, kicked out of the diner, but we'll just find another, cause the night's getting finer. Sanders a dreamer with his head in the world. Farney's got opinions that'll make your hair curl. Sander tried to flirt, but it turned into a mess. He called her a lady, she heard hot mess, didn't find her. Yeah, we'll keep on rolling till I let your hair curl. So if you see us coming, better lock the door.
I too once had a venereal disease.
You are a venereal disease.
Maybe, but we don't talk about that.
All right, well, we're live. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a great Saturday morning. If not, well, fuck you. Have a good Saturday morning. Joining us from apparently Oblivion, and not the video game, Doku. Doku's here, everybody.
I missed that video game.
Well, you're going to be sent back to it once the stream is over.
That's a day that ends in Y.
I don't know. Okay, so first things first. I'm going to get this out of the way because I don't really think it's worth talking about, but I promised Farty that when I saw it, I would give my review when we got the stream going this weekend, and well, here it is. So I went and saw Wolverine and Deadpool, and so my initial impressions are, or not my initial impressions, my permanent impressions are that it was just kind of boring and more of the same. There we go. Okay. Oh, I forgot to add Doku to the stream here. Hang on. Doku, are you watching the stream?
Uh,
No?
Probably not.
No, you're not. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. It's another GIF. Where's the other GIF? Where's the other fucking GIF? Okay, I guess I gotta add it in. Wait. No, I don't have to add it in. Where is it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, well, that's the problem.
Well,
Here.
there's your problem.
Oh, shit. I didn't want to make Farty bigger. I wanted to include... Oh, I'm making Farty fatter. And now I'm making him bigger again. What the fuck is... There it is. There it is. There's Doku. Ha ha. There he is. I've been waiting fucking, what, almost 5 years to put this shit up here?
It hasn't been that long.
It's been close to half a fucking decade, if not half a decade.
Well, you know what? Color me cheeky and spank me. Spank me hard.
You
Look at
Farty,
me, honey, throw me to the lesbians.
you know what, Farty? You were right. It was a mistake, including Doku.
I never said that.
So yeah, Deadpool Wolverine, kind of fucking boring. It was just more of the same. There was like a kind of okay-ish fight, that happens like in the middle of the movie, but like at the halfway point, I'm like, is this fucking thing over yet?
Eh.
Although Farty, I think you'd get a kick out of Farty. Doku, Dasher. Oh, Doku finally dragged his ass away from the crypto stocks corner.
No, the stock market dipped 1,000 fucking
The
points.
crypto trader, what the fuck?
You interrupted Farty. We're not interrupting anybody anymore, sir. What was that, Farty?
Yeah, the stock market fucking just tanked 1,000 fucking points. He's only here because he needs something to get his mind off it.
Yeah, you just gotta masturbate to something now.
Oh no, I was smart. I basically am in the exact same place that I was 2 weeks ago.
It's actually okay. So Dasher, it's actually not the weakest Deadpool movie. It actually isn't. It's actually the strongest Deadpool movie. The problem with it is that it's just boring. It's just more of the same shit. It's long, and it takes forever to get to where it was going. They could have easily have taken out the Time Authority stuff. Although I suppose they really wanted to include it because Deadpool kills the universe. And that's kind of the direction they took with it. But at the same time, I think it's the strongest of the three. It's just kind of boring and long. Although
Shandor, let's be honest about this particular Deadpool movie. This is just Ryan Reynolds just taking a dump on Disney and doing a bit of a hat tip to the Fox movies. Like,
well, it's
that's
not
all it
only
is.
that. It's not only that. He also, I was telling Farty about this the other day, that he also goes out of his way to like write in some anti-woke shit. Although I don't know if that's for or against the wokies, but whatever. You were gonna say something, Farty? I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna say something.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna get to all that, Des. Trust me, we're gonna get to all that. Let's finish this out. And I want to end the whole Deadpool topic on this. Farty, I think you will enjoy this movie. To be honest with you, if for no other reason, in the beginning of the movie, Deadpool uses Wolverine's skeleton to kill a whole bunch of people.
That was one of the best intro scenes I've ever seen.
What was that, Farty?
I thought you were gonna say he used it as a sex doll.
You know, I probably off screen.
I mean, that was the way it looked like it was going through all the other movies. You know, like he's hidden gainers for fucking Wolverine. And it's like, oh, I found his skeleton. Fat.
You know, I bet there was some shit in there because it's a rated R movie, and I bet they cut it. I bet it's gonna be on like wait, what? This is breaking news to me. the old CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, just died. Really?
Oh, thank God!
Wait, what?
Woo! Ding dong, the witch is dead. Fuck off, slut, you fucking bitch. Now, don't fuck with me. My Jedi powers actually
Hang on.
fucking work.
Hang on.
I've been wishing. death on
Holy
that
shit!
cunt.
Confirmed.
Wait, no.
Yes.
Are you
1
serious?
hour ago on CNN.
Good. Fuck off and die, you whore. Fucking piece of shit, scumbag cunt. Hope your
Dies at
fucking husband felt the crap out of you and murdered
56.
you in fucking domestic violence too, you fucking slag.
I'm not.
Fucking
What
piece
is-
of shit.
Should I read
scumbag
the
cunt.
article? Should I read the CNN
Yeah,
article?
do it.
All right.
Yeah, read it. This is news to me.
All right, this is breaking. Holy shit, Dusty. Thanks for bringing this to our attention. We got something to talk about other than fucking the
Bitch
UK.
couldn't have fucking done it 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Fucking whore.
former CEO Susan Wojcicki, a tech pioneer. That's a bit of a stretch, I think. Who was one of
Tech
Google's
pioneer. Hmm.
who was one of Google's earliest employees, has died after living with lung cancer for 2 years, according to her husband. She was 56. Oh, she didn't suffer nearly enough then. It is with profound sadness I share the news of Susan Wojcicki passing. My beloved wife of 26 years and mother to our 5 children left us today after 2 years of living with non-small cell lung cancer. Dennis Tropper.
Wait, they
Yeah.
had 5 kids?
They had 5 kids and 2 completely different last names, apparently. Wrote in a Facebook post. Tropper said Wojcicki was not just my best friend and partner in life, but a brilliant mind, a loving mother, and a dear friend to many. Okay, so this is basically just, after this point, it's just crying from the husband. Okay, I get it. And strong women's. And the article's not even that long. It's like 5 paragraphs long.
Well, I know what I'm going to have a wank to tonight.
I'll put it in the StreamYard private chat. You guys can read it at your own leisure. Farty, enjoy, sir. Fuck's sake, dude.
Now, where are they going to bury ourselves and go and take a shit on the cunt's grave?
Oh my god. You can tell he hated her ass. Yeah. Her son
Oh,
just
that
died
fucking
from an
bitch ruined the
overdose.
fucking joint.
Oh my god, that's great. That's great. Fucking
What
cut
was it?
that lineage off.
Wait, so she
She died
she
of
passed
cancer,
away.
and one of her sons died of a drug overdose.
Damn.
That talk
Well-
about fucked.
That's what the hell is going on with that family?
You know.
Yeah, well, fucking
It's
Susan was
Susan
too busy trying to
Wojcicki.
fucking be a parent to every other cunt on the fucking planet instead of looking after her own fucking family, evidently.
God. All right.
Well, you know what?
We're
That just goes to tell me that maybe being poor is not a bad thing.
yeah, we're
That
done
just
with,
goes to tell me that fucking if Susan were cock jockey can't keep her own fucking kids off drugs, she shouldn't have been fucking telling us how to
Guys,
fucking act in the first
save
place.
it for the kick stream. God, YouTube isn't gonna like this at all. They're
Fuck
gonna,
him.
They're gonna nuke
Oh.
us. We're gonna have to start broadcasting the kick next week instead of the first
No,
weekend of
Look,
September.
Susan was slut fuck, he's gonna fucking boot us.
Oh, the overdose
Well,
happened first.
to be fair,
Okay.
To be fair, I'm not sure if there's going to be a whole hell of a lot YouTube can do about it, considering they just got slapped with that antitrust lawsuit.
They
So
did, didn't they? They're probably too busy with that and worrying about our rinky-dink fucking 9 subscriber ass having fucking. Oh my god.
Hang on, I missed this. What happened with the antitrust lawsuit?
oh yeah, Google and YouTube were found to be a trust, and they're like, yeah,
The Google monopoly.
they're a monopoly. So it's like, yeah, look, you guys are gonna
It
have
wasn't
to
Google, it was
break up that
Alphabet.
default search setting.
It wasn't Google, it was Alphabet. Alphabet was the one who got hit with the antitrust. Google and YouTube are paying the price for it because of their monopolistic bullshit.
Well, that's because Alphabet is the parent company of both Google and YouTube. So most people, I guess, don't realize that. But yeah, Alphabet is what once was Google.
No,
Well, you see, I
Google
only
is
recently
a
also-
subsidiary of Alphabet. What was that, Farty?
I also recently found out that fucking Live Leak doesn't exist anymore because of fucking mainly women having a cry about fucking gore sites on the. I'm starting to fucking think now with this that they were creating a monopoly. Susan was the fucking woman that cried about fucking Live League being a gore site. There was actually more that she was trying to get rid of the competition.
Yeah.
That's actually probably not very far from the truth.
I wouldn't be surprised if we found it was true. Now, especially.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. I'm not even being hyperbolic or sarcastic. It's like, yeah, that would actually make sense because, well, I'm pretty sure. What was it like? I think me and you were talking about this, Shandor, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, where like she was having like a meltdown about Pornhub and she was getting pissed off because people started uploading the videos to
No,
Pornhub
I
and
think
not
you were
YouTube.
talking to Dodge about that.
Yeah, it was probably Dodge.
Was,
But yeah,
Yeah,
no, Susan Wojcicki was like losing her mind because people were uploading their videos to Pornhub and not YouTube. And she was trying to get Pornhub taken down.
That's fucking crazy. This is the second antitrust lawsuit Alphabet lost. Yeah, and there's gonna be more. There's gonna be because they hold so much
there's
shit.
probably going to be another one because, like, I don't know whether this has happened to everybody, but fucking recently, fucking Firefox just shit itself completely. It's slow as fuck, won't do anything properly, and especially if you use like YouTube or Facebook, it
It's
just fucking refuses to run pretty much.
it's because everything is switched over to was it Manifest 3 and Firefox did not make the switch. Yeah.
I was thinking it was more the fucking like because you have to go through Google search engines to get through any of this shit.
No,
anyways.
it's because Google owns basically Manifest. They basically own it. I'm not entirely sure what the entire mechanics of it are, but they basically own Manifest. And when they forced everyone to update, Firefox was like, you know, maybe we don't want to go with Manifest, and maybe we want to allow people to use browser extensions. And Google is cracking down on browser extensions, even like benign shit like Honey, right? Shit that this is because antitrust Firefox got fucked. Yeah. So like even because like Honey, right? There's an add-on called Honey that helps you find coupons for when you're online shopping. Yeah. Even that is getting scrutinized by Google because they're saying like, oh well, somehow it circumvents ads and does this, that, and the other shit. And I'm like, all right, listen. Here's the problem, Google. If you weren't so fucking hellbent on force feeding ads, and if ads weren't so pervasive to begin with, then like we wouldn't be in this problem. We wouldn't be in this mess. You show like 1 or 2 ads at the start of a video, fine. The problem is on the advertiser versus service provider platform end, right? The problem is you offer the service for free, okay, and you're getting eyes on that service for free, and then you also have this huge fucking back end where you're asking people for money so they don't have to watch ads, which in turns makes the advertisers pissy. Advertisers being pissy jack up the rates of their ads and then drop the share you get from those ads. Well, get rid of YouTube Red or whatever the fuck you're calling it now, right? Get rid of that and force the advertisers to give you a bigger cut of the ads. Because you're being kind enough to put it on your platform for them. They can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, speaking of ads, I would like to say, hey, Garm, rest in peace, you fucking shitbags.
Okay.
Who the hell's gone?
The Global Alliance for Responsible Marketing. They were the WEF group that was behind controlling all the advertiser revenue. Like I think it was like something like 90 cents of every dollar or some shit like that. They were the ones that were trying to get people to boycott like X, boycott YouTube, like the whole adpocalypse thing that happened on YouTube. It was all them. And Rumble and Elon Musk, now the owner of X, formerly Twitter, decided to take them to court, and they didn't even go to court. They just disbanded the organization. So fuck you guys.
Can't
Rest
sue us
in
if
peace.
we don't exist.
Well,
Yeah,
here's one thing I
fucking
reckon
asshole.
we should be egging people on to do on YouTube. And this is not a DDoS attack or a fucking anything like that. Just pretty much. Because I'm a kind of person that like advertising, especially on the internet, is just simply not going to work on me because like I've got the set things that I want to buy and all this, and like I already know where all the things that like say with the military, for example, like they don't fucking advertise anyway. So if you don't know where they are, you're never going to get an ad for them. And basically, I keep getting advertisements. Like fucking YouTube language advertisement. It's advertisement, you fucking illiterate cunts. Anyway, bloody like I get ads for shit that I've got absolutely zero fucking interest, or is like completely opposite to me, like some fucking feminine product or some shit like that. I don't fucking like not gonna buy that shit anyway. So there's no point fucking showing me ads in the first place because you're never gonna show me anything I'm gonna want to fucking get anyway. So don't bother. And fucking what we should do is if you are getting fucking bombarded by ads, and even with the YouTubers themselves where they've got to stop the fucking video and do their own little bloody sponsorship fucking nonsense, and especially if they don't fucking chapterize it and be kind like that. I really appreciate the YouTubers who chapterize their ads. But fucking you should contact the cunt that they're advertising and say, hey, I just saw your video on YouTube up with an ISIS beheading video. Or you ring up and say, because I saw your advert on YouTube, I'm never buying your product ever again. That's because it was on YouTube. You ruined my experience because of your fucking nonsense. Now I'm not buying your shit. In fact, I'm going to fucking boycott it. I'm telling every cunt not to fucking buy it. So hopefully, like, the advertisers might go, actually, you know what? Advertising on YouTube's not really the best idea on the planet.
No, it really isn't. So we're gonna move on from the YouTube stuff. I know this started with Susan. Rest in piss, Susan. You will not be missed.
Yeah.
We're gonna actually start moving into the meat of today's stream. The important shit that's been going on over the last week. This video just came out this week actually, and I wanted everyone to see this. And Desture, I do not know why. Drank a horse. Okay, you know what? I'm not. We're not looking at that, Des. I can only handle so much pedophile news. Okay. So we're gonna start with this, and then we're gonna go into the other shit. And, God, this is gonna drive me up a fucking wall. So I ask, Doku, please try and be mindful of Farty. Try to be mindful of me. Try not to talk over. And I know I'm saying this to you specifically, because I'm just trying to, I want to run the stream a little bit differently these days, you know.
I will be mindful.
Thank you, sir. I'm just asking you to be mindful because I know how you can get. You get excited. You get wound up. We've got a really different dynamic now, you know. I appreciate you showing up.
I'll keep that in mind. I can only promise so much, but I will definitely keep it in mind.
All I'm asking is for the attempt. All right, that's all I'm asking for. I appreciate you showing up. Shit, it's been a while since you've been on stream with us, and Farty last week was asking if we can get anyone else on, and I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Well, ask and ye shall receive.
Probably not, but you know, we'll see.
Wojcicki can't ask anymore.
For fuck's sake, we're not talking about this. So this came out this last week. Apparently, and I'm gonna play the video for everybody. But apparently, the super PAC supporting the Dems is doing some shady shit. Let's watch.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I think I know about this.
Yeah, you do, because I retweeted it. I'm pretty sure Doku knows about this too. But we're gonna watch this.
So about a week ago, I received this. Alright guys, time for some drag queen story hour. So about a week ago, I received this email from a group called Palette Media or Palette Management. And basically what they were asking for is $1,500 for anti-Trump content on TikTok. So they basically sent me this kind of like creator brief with all the asks that they have and everything, and like do's and don'ts, like don't show any form of support for Donald Trump and his allies, gloat about Harris and her allies, attack Trump supporters for their intellectual or personal values. So they're basically creating division and paying for division online, which is crazy. So me being me, I was like, I kind of got to investigate this stuff. So I started like emailing back and forth with the lady. So I basically said, thank you for sending over. I will review. Is this for the Kamala campaign or for like a PAX campaign? And basically, I was able to investigate and find out that this is actually a campaign with Future Forward, which is kind of like one of the biggest super PACs, and they have like millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars for advertisements for the Biden campaign and for the Harris campaign. So, of course, I looked them up and I found out all this information about all the money that they have, and yeah, you can look up them right here. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to come on to show you guys that yes, I'll sell my booty, but I ain't gonna sell my values.
So there you have it. I'm just gonna go ahead and stop that, and then there you have it. What do we all think?
I didn't hear or see shit.
Are you kidding?
No.
Doku, did you hear anything?
Yeah, sorry. I thought it was because I'm on mobile, but no,
Okay,
I
hang
couldn't
on.
hear anything.
Let me try this again. Present. Share screen. Entire screen. Share audio. Click screen. Share. Okay. And I'll just run it for you guys, and I'll just run it again. I'm pretty sure it came across on the stream, but I'll just to double check, just to make double sure. We'll do it again. We'll do it live.
Hour. So about a week.
Did you hear that?
Yep.
Okay. Motherfucker.
Hour. So about a week ago. All right, guys, time for some drag queen story hour. So about a week ago, I received this email from a group called Palette Media or Palette Management. And basically what they were asking for is $1,500 for anti-Trump content on TikTok. So they basically sent me this kind of like creator brief with all the asks that they have and everything, and like do's and don'ts, like don't show any form of support for Donald Trump and his allies, gloat about Harris and her allies, attack Trump supporters for their intellectual or personal values. So they're basically creating division and paying for division online, which is crazy. So me being me, I was like, I kind of got to investigate this stuff. So I started like emailing back and forth with the lady. So I basically said, thank you for sending over. I will review. Is this for the Kamala campaign or for like a PAX campaign? And basically, I was able to investigate and find out that this is actually a campaign with Future Forward, which is kind of like one of the biggest super PACs, and they have like millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars for advertisements for the Biden campaign and for the Harris campaign. So of course I looked them up and I found out all this information about all the money that they have, and yeah, you can look up them right here. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to come on to show you guys that.
So there it is. What are your thoughts, guys?
Okay, that
Is
wasn't.
anybody surprised?
Yeah, not surprised, but it wasn't what I was thinking.
No, what were you thinking, Farty?
It was that whole thing about how they're gonna leave Potato till the end and not appoint fucking Camel Toe up to president at the moment, so that they can basically transfer over the donations that already went to fucking Potato when he was supposed to be running next. But now it's Camel Toe. All those donations were supposed to go back to the donators. But because they're doing the dodgy way that they're doing it, they're trying to fucking roll over those donations for Camel Toe.
Oh yeah.
That's how she got so much fucking money so quick.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, did you guys know that when you pay people money to say things, they'll say things because you paid them money to say things. And when you pay people money to say things and they say things, then you have to pay them money because you paid them money to say things.
This is Doku, by the way, being unburdened by what was.
I'm not gonna lie. I love Kamala Harris simply because I like imitating her speech patterns because it's so damn funny.
Dester says the fact that Drag Queen brought this to light is just poetry. He says pottery, but I'm pretty sure he meant poetry.
Yeah, that is a bit ironic, huh?
It is.
I love it when the left eats their own.
No, he wasn't a lefty.
Oh, okay.
He's not a lefty.
Fair enough.
He's not a lefty.
Yeah, he's supposed to be though.
He's supposed to be because he's gay.
Like gay and shit. Yeah, you think because he's gay and shit that he'd be a lefty, but he's fucking not. That's probably what they assumed. Oh yeah, he's gay. He must be fucking Eddie Trump. So fucking, ba-dum, whoopsie
Oh
daisy.
man, you know you're screwed when even the people that are drag queens are just like, nah, bro, we're not on your side. We're not on your team anymore. Get the fuck out of here. Like, damn, you guys are struggling.
Well,
Plotted on a
have
apparently,
fourth
fun.
fan meme. I did not know that.
apparently, the male black community are fucking saying that, they're like, oh, yeah, you're gonna vote for Kamala, and they're like, nah. And they're like, why not? And they go, because well, her white husband dictates that fucking she fucking ain't for us, man. Fucking, she likes white guys, not black fellas. So fuck that bitch.
Yeah, I found that funny. I also find hilarious. Okay, so we're gonna get into like the real meat of the whole fucking Kamala thing this week. She had a rally, not too long ago in Minnesota, and a couple weeks ago she was like literally 2 blocks away from where I live, and
Oh,
yeah, she was literally 2 blocks. She was at the high school down the street from where I voted in 2020.
oh, is that the one where they dropped the curtains on the top seats so that we could see where they were sitting?
Yeah.
um,
So she was literally 2 weeks away from my from my dwelling, and or 2 blocks, 2 weeks away. My God, she was two
2
blocks.
weeks away.
Oh, my God.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
God damn, dude, I am
2
fucking
weeks.
just. I need to go back on my medication. I'm not kidding. I seriously believe I need to go back on my fucking medication. Get a handle on my fucking brain cells. But fuck, dude. She had the same speech for the last 2 weeks, where she's talking about how she's gonna do this, that, the other thing, and I'm like, dude, you're in, and I had this pointed out to me by someone else, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that makes a lot of fucking sense. You're in office right now. You are technically the incumbent. You could do shit about the fucking inflation problems if you wanted to right now, but you'd rather hold it fucking hostage.
Yeah.
oh, you mean that speech where she was talking about how inflation impacts families, and because it impacts families, then they have to stretch scarce resources because inflation impacts families. It's like,
No. This
yeah,
is one that
yeah.
that she said like at least 3 times, and there's a meme out where they've got it back to back, and like it's word for word in these 3 different places, and there's one line and it's like, when I get in, I'm gonna lower the grocery bills because the bills are too damn high, kind of thing, and that's the point
The
that like
bills are
everyone's
too
trying to make. It's
high,
like
and we
you're
all
already in
know
power,
it.
you silly cunt. You can do it right fucking now while you're waiting.
Well, the reason she won't say that, and the reason she won't say anything about it, is because her whole brilliant plan is going to be to implement price controls because she's a fucking communist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole Kamala Harris thing. Like, every day I am increasingly more convinced that that they're going to steal the election again. There's no fucking doubt in my mind at this point that it's going to be a Kamala Harris presidency. It'll be the first woman president. Okay, yeah. We all know that's a bad fucking idea.
Well, see, that's I go back to where that fucking Supreme Court fucking Sheila went and said about the assassinating political opponents and fucking using the military to hold on to power in a military coup, and fucking like the wording of it was the sitting president could do that, and everyone went, oh my god, fucking Trump's going to do it as if he was the sitting president, and it was like, well, fucking. No, she was saying that fucking Biden's got carte blanche to take out his opponent, which is fucking Trump. Look what happened.
Yeah.
And so the second part of that was that, that fucking the military could be used to hold on to power, basically saying that fucking, whoever's in at the moment can fucking just ignore the election and stay in. And remember, like, how they're also projecting fucking what they're going to do, like fucking, like they'll say a bunch of shit, and then all of a sudden, fucking, they're the ones that are doing it. They're like, oh, Trump's going to do this, and they're actually also the ones that are doing it. and I mentioned this about the defunding the police and what's going to happen about that. And Biden said, "I'm going to put you all back in chains." Well, he's probably going to do that. And then they said they're going to have to take Trump out kicking and screaming from the White House. Well, fucking Biden was the one that was refusing to step down. And it looks like they're going to have to take him out kicking and screaming. And when they rigged the election and all this kind of shit, and they're going to have to, drag camel toe fucking kicking and screaming, or maybe they can just pin her heels up behind her head, like she seems to be used
Just
to that
carry
position.
her off like a fucking piece of luggage.
Yeah.
Well, dude, it's the progressive left. Every single time they say you're gonna do this, it's because they're the ones that are thinking about doing it. They just want to do it before you get the chance to do it. Like, that's really what it boils down to. It's not because the other side or the opposition wants to do the things that they're claiming they want to do. No, they're telling you this is what they want to do. They just want to fearmonger about it so they get the chance to do it before you do because, well, let's be honest, at the end of the day, if they get the chance to do it first, then there's not really jack shit you can do to stop them. Because, ironically enough, they are quite literally the actual Nazis. They are the fascists. They're the communists. They're the authoritarians. Call it what you want, but that's what they are. They don't care about anything other than power. And they will do everything that they can in order to obtain absolute power. And they're the fucking shit.
Go ahead, Farty.
Oh, it's just going, yeah, I was agreeing with it.
Oh, okay. I want to get this out because this is also another thought that's been stewing in the back of my head. Let's say they don't steal the election. Let's say they use another more underhanded trick to take power, right? They go, okay, Trump's not a problem. We're not worried about Trump. Why? Because we stole the election last time. And Trump can't be president because he legally won all of the votes for presidency. We just decided to decided to stage a coup and go into office, and he can't legally take office. But, we're illegally in office, and that's just the way it is right now. And that's the scenario I see happening. One of the scenarios I see happening.
No, they'll start a war. I can tell you right now, if that happens, they'll start a war.
Yeah,
they're already trying.
That's why they've preempted with the whole military coup kind of thing, because they've already the court just basically said, try this fucking civil war nonsense when they fucking steal the next election, because we're already illegalizing the use of military force on American soil.
Like I said, when they're talking about like, oh, the other side is going to do this, the other side is going to do that, I'm not mincing my words. I'm being 100% serious. Look at all the different politicians that are on the progressive left, and also there are people on the right who have been saying this as well, more so as a warning. But you should heed the warning. They're saying like, oh, well, you need jet fighters, or you need tanks, or you need nuclear bombs, and Iran is going to do this, and there's war going on in this region, and war going on in that region. They're flat out telling you, no, we will start a war, either internationally or domestically, probably both, simply for the sake of providing themselves a situation where they retain power. Yeah, they don't care. So, they will do anything. They will do anything possible to retain power.
So I'm gonna, Farty, you're gonna be able to say what you need to in a second here. Dester says that wouldn't hold in a court. The scenario I brought up wouldn't hold in a court. No, it wouldn't. It would be grounds for an immediate countersuit. But go ahead, Farty.
Yeah, no, well, I detailed basically that all in real time, what you were saying there, Doku, about fucking, preempting shit and telling us what they're going to do before they did it. And that was when that fucking Supreme Court, Sheila, did this. And I'm like, a little bit later, it's like, well, how long is it going to take them to fucking start making the argument that, like, well, if the president can do this, then fucking that means that Trump's going to do it. So if Trump's going to do it, then, well, we better get in and get shoot Trump first because, well, Trump's going to do it, so we better get him first before he do it. And of course, within fucking, a couple of hours of me doing that video, fucking Harry Pisson, fucking whatever his pissy little faggot name is, comes out and's like, "Oh, we just legalized shooting Trump. Better do this before he fucking shoots Biden. Fucking save our democracy." And I was like, "Yeah, see, fucking told you. There you go. Fucking." And I even put forward before he did get shot that he was going to get shot, and that they probably did all of that so that
Well, the
some
fucked
fucking
up part
demented
is
Democrat.
that you said it was going to happen like literally hours.
I was
after
actually
our
saying it
stream.
like about a week beforehand.
Well, yeah, no,
But I just hadn't said it to you yet.
no,
But fucking,
I know. You were saying it
but
to
I was
on stream that fucking day, and then
I know.
hours later, he's missing part of his
I
ear.
know. I know, because I was reading this shit like a fucking book as it was fucking happening, right? And
Well,
fucking
Party, let's be honest, it's not like they're exactly subtle about their intentions.
I know. That's the thing. That's what the point I'm trying to make. They're fucking literally telling us exactly what they're gonna fucking do before they fucking do it. And
well, they flat out said, like, they
Okay.
flat out have come out and said, like, we don't like the way the Supreme Court is ruling, so we're either going to forcibly remove people from the Supreme Court, or we're just going to expand the seats and pack the court so that they start ruling in our favor. It's like, bro, when they say this type of stuff, they're not being hyperbolic. They're not lying to you. This is quite literally what they intend to do. This is how desperate they are to maintain power. Which is why you should be absolutely terrified of them.
Go ahead, Farty.
Well, I've even said this too, that they're going to fucking try and start a nuclear conflict or an even bigger conflict in some sort over Ukraine, or now even possibly over in the Middle East, just so that there's such a massive fucking distraction that the Bidens get away scot-free of all the nonsense they'll be investigated for. And
they tried to blame the whole attempt on Trump on Iran. And it's like, you mean the same caliphate that you guys have been giving money to every single time that someone like Bush or Obama or Biden takes power? The only person who hasn't given them money was Trump, and a good portion of that money went to centrifuges that are required in order to make, I don't know, enriched minerals that can be used for things that go boom. And now you're talking about nuclear warfare and, oh no, war with Iran, war with Russia, there's going to be nukes. Like, yeah, bro, I'm not joking when I say this. They're literally telling you that they intend to start a nuclear conflict.
Yeah.
Because that's how desperate they are to retain power.
So, getting back to the whole Kamala thing, it's not a stretch to say that this is pretty much the end of the United States as we know it, and there's it's gonna happen. This is my view. This is this is not anyone else's opinion. This is my own opinion, and I want everyone to know that I honestly believe that they're gonna either steal the election or they're gonna try and do something duplicitous with the election, and they will succeed in again maintaining a seat in the White House. The only thing that's going to counterbalance the White House seat if the Democrats stay in office in the White House is if the House and the Senate both become predominantly Republican, which does tend to happen, but I'm not so sure it's going to happen this time. That being said,
honestly, I do want to push back on you a little bit there. I actually believe that the Kamala Tim ticket is essentially a throwaway. I don't think they actually care about the next 4 years.
Oh, they do. They most definitely do. They care about
the
next 4 years.
No, because if they let me expand on that real quick. If they can't retain power through some sort of extraordinary means, i.e. starting a war or doing something crazy like that, at which point elections are off. They'll do quite literally what Ukraine did. They'll say, nope, we're in the middle of a war. Sorry, extenuating circumstances, tough shit, deal with it. Outside of that, they'll just say, okay, you can get your 4 years of Trump. And what are you guys going to do after that? Who do you have to follow up Trump? But do you think J.D. Vance is going to come in and, carry the show? Do you think it's going to be Vivek Ramaswamy? No. Do you think it's going to be Trump Jr.? No. Like, they'll sit back and say, you know what? Fine. Here's your 4 years. You can have your quote populist America First revolution, whatever, what have you. And then once 4 years is done, the tide always turns, and then they'll say, "Cool, now the boot's going to come down in your neck."
So
it's just delayed by 4 years.
What everyone is failing to take into consideration is they need this next 4 years. I'm gonna let Farty explain this one because he's gonna do a way better job than I can.
Okay, right. So all they realistically need is to stop Trump from being in power for 4 years, right? That's it. It doesn't matter who else is in, whether Republican, fucking independent, whatever. They just need to stop Trump because Trump's going to fucking go these cunts if he gets in again. And if they just keep him out for 4 more years, one more term, then he's too old to run. This is his last chance, and they just need to keep him out one more fucking go. And whoever comes up after him is going to be too young, too inexperienced, like a J.D. Vance or a fucking Vivek Ramaswamy or something like that. And by that point, the Democrats would have had 4 more years to solidify the next fucking rigging of the next election and fucking gaslight every cunt and just going along with it and all this kind of shit.
Well, no, they don't need to stop Trump for 4 years. They can give Trump another 4 years, and it's not going to matter that much.
Stop Trump. They absolutely do, because Trump is an outlier. He is not a Republican. He is not a Democrat. He is a he's a politician, yes, but insofar as he doesn't care about the money being offered by say the fucking stock holding, like say for example, like Nancy Pelosi, who has got stocks and interests in every fucking thing, except for this is the let me rephrase. I'm tripping on myself here. What they need to do is they need to stop Trump. They need to stop Trump because Trump isn't taking handouts like all the other fucking politicians are. The Democrats.
He wasn't.
No.
He wasn't during his first 4 years. The only reason they would need to stop Trump is if you 100% believe that Trump this time around, and there's a chance he might. I'm not going to hold my breath, but there's a chance he might. If he doesn't come in and fire every single appointed bureaucrat and gut every single unnecessary agency, from the ATF to the DOJ to the IRS to the FBI, if he doesn't do that, then okay, you just postponed our plans by 4 years, because as soon as somebody else comes in, they're just going to do the same thing. Be like, cool, you got rid of the FBI. Guess what? We're reinstating it.
Doku, you've just highlighted one of the other concerns the DNC has. They don't want him to get rid of their tools for the coup they have already started. They know that a Trump election means several things. It means he cannot be bought. Right? He's got enough fucking money. He can't be bought. When they went and booted his ass out of New York, when they had him fucking give up his tower, right, for whatever fucking thing they pulled, because people seem to forget about that. When the Democrats had him fucking give up his tower and his property holdings and shit, he just walked away from it like it was nothing. I'm sure he was pissed about it, but he was able to absorb that hit like it was nothing. Yeah. Right, he's got money.
Well, yeah, that's what pisses them off, is the fact that Trump has enough grassroots support, and also he has enough money of his own that they can't buy him.
Which highlights one of the points that I'm making. He cannot be bought by the fucking.
And he can't be punished either.
What's that?
He can't be punished either.
No, he can't. And the Democrats need to keep him away from the office by any means necessary for that reason alone. But there's also other reasons. There's also more politically motivated reasons. More like, holy shit, if he gets in office, all of this shit is going to be exposed bullshit. Because now he's coming back into the office. He's survived an assassination attempt. I don't care how you look at it. He survived an assassination attempt, whether it be through luck, whether it be, because the shooter was a terrible fucking shot.
And it died like what have you. Either way, he survived an assassination
an assassination attempt. And now he's got either A, more motivation to leave the Second Amendment intact as much as possible, and B, to use every fucking tool in his toolbox, which will be the three-letter agencies, which he will eventually end up cleaning house because of the fact that he was almost assassinated under the watch of a three-letter agency that couldn't fucking keep him from not losing part of his fucking ear. And that scar on his ear is a scar on his heart, right? He's going to come in with that fucking...
Frank, remember what I said. Remember what I said. When people tell you, they're telling you for a reason. They're not doing it to be hyperbolic. When Trump says that they're not after me, they're after you, he's not being hyperbolic. He's being 100% truthful about that. And it's for this very reason. If you're familiar with the 100-year plan, this is the plan that Maoist communist China had, where it doesn't matter if you have opposition. You can give up a year, you can give up 4 years, you can give up a decade. It doesn't matter as long as you have that 100-year plan, because 100 years from now, it's not gonna matter. When Trump says they're after you, he's being very serious. And what that means is, look, man, it's not just, oh, they're after this or after that. No.
Point at that all you want. However, the problem
but no. Hold on, let me finish. The reason he says they're after you is because the same reason that any other country that tries to pull this shit, whether it's South America, whether it's Russia, whether it's China, whether it's Europe, the reason they can't go after the United States is because the United States is uniquely protected because we have the Constitution. You can't arrest me for a joke, and you can't throw me in jail for having a firearm. Those are the two things they're actively trying to go after. They're actively trying to make that a crime. It doesn't matter if they have to wait 4 years, because when year 5 rolls around, if you haven't solidified those rights, then you're done. End of story.
Will be solidified if Trump gets a second term. There is also division within the DNC. There are many factions within the DNC, and right now there's only 2 factions in the RNC, but there are many. The DNC is fractured right now, and they need a win. They need power right now, and they need a unifying.
You want to know what the funniest part about that is? You want to know what the funniest part about that is? Is all of the pro-Palestinian protesters have far more in common with the ANCAPs and F you leave me alone crowd than they do the actual Democratic Party establishment, and I find that absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, but that's completely off topic.
Well, a quick thought on what you were just saying there, Frank. Which now I'm finding it hard to remember what the fuck you were saying.
I was outlining how a Trump presidency completely nukes their...
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were saying about factions in the Democratic Party. Yeah, and these are the ones that are really fucking frightened, the noisy cunts, like your Nancy Pelosi's, your Mitch the Bitch McConnells and all those kinds of cunts. Because they're all those dodgy cunts that have got their finger in all the corruption and shit, with the laundering through fucking Ukraine and all this kind of crap. And they're the ones that fucking Trump's really going to go after. In 4 more years, these cunts are going to be far too old, far too decrepit, and fucking far too down the track to do anything about. and they've effectively got away with it. Most of them won't even be alive in 4 fucking years. So that's another reason why they really need to keep Trump away from any fucking power or anything like that, is because they just need to bide a little bit more time, and they're going to shuffle the mortal coil themselves. All the younger cunts like your AOCs and shit, they're all off on their own fucking idiot agendas and fucking, they've got their own little factions.
Honestly, I do not believe that the old guard establishment cares.
But
They're on their
also,
like you just said, they're on their way out already. I don't think they care.
You're also neglecting another thing that Dester pointed out that I was going to point out before he even said it, was that Trump is notorious for getting even. And the point that I was trying to make with the whole, he got shot, he survived this assassination attempt under the watch of a 3-letter agency. He's going in, and he is going to fucking, and you were like, he's probably not going to do it, but whatever. No, he will go in. His life.
I'm saying he would. No, I want to correct that. I'm saying he 100% will do it. I'm just saying it doesn't matter.
Oh, it does matter, because when he gets rid of the top brass and changes the leadership of those 3-letter organizations,
that
will change the culture of those organizations. Those organizations will have no choice but to follow a regimen that is, American values first and not foreign.
They'll just make a new. No, they'll just make a new organization. Unless
and the White House to sign off on a 3-letter organization.
They've already shown that they do not care about the rule of law or the separation of powers. They'll do it because they can. That's really all it boils down to.
It will be an unrecognized body that the government will have put the fucking smackdown on.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. I'm not gonna mince words. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm just gonna give you the truth. They'll do it because they can, and there's only 2 things that are going to stop them, and it ain't Trump. Don't get me wrong. Trump is a foil to their plans. Very much so, and I am on the side of the Trump. I adhere to the faction of, abolish the Fed, get rid of the IRS, get rid of the ATF, get rid of the Department of Education. Hey, I am very much against centralized government, but I can tell you this: 4 years of Trump is not going to stop the slow creep of consolidation of power. There's only 2 things that are going to stop that. One is if there's a fundamental change in the culture and the mindset of the American people, and they reject consolidated power, because Trump is just one person. You cannot fundamentally change a culture or a country in the direction it's headed in with a single man and 8 years serving in office. It's just not going to happen. The only other thing that can get in the way of that would be a military coup.
It happens every 8 years, actually. It's happened every 8 years since.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It's
ever
happened
ever since 1960. People think that we're at this point in our country right now because it happened overnight. They think it happened with Obama. No, it didn't.
There has been every 8 years since fucking JFK. Every 8 years since JFK, there has been a shift in American sensibilities with every changing of the president.
No, there hasn't. There hasn't. I'm sorry. That's wrong. I hate to break it to you, man, but that is actually 100% incorrect. The reason that that's not correct is because the shift that's happened is the Overton window since the 1950s has always shifted left. It's always is it a little bit right of left or a little bit left of left?
You were just proving what I've said. There has always been a shift with every presidency.
But the direction has been the same and it has not changed.
It doesn't matter. There's still a shift. If a glacier shifts to the north 5 inches each year, it's still shifting to the north 5 inches each year. There's still
Okay, then I'll change. Then I'll clarify my statement. Okay, things have shifted. Yes, fine, that's fair. I'll say things have shifted. But the fact of the matter is the trajectory of change within this country for the past half a century has been progressively, and I use that term intentionally, more and more left. The country for the past 60 years has not become more conservative, it has become less conservative, to the point where now we're not just floating the idea of throwing people in jail for making jokes on the internet. They're actively trying to do it. This is not a shift in the terms of the country is moving more left or more right. No, the country has been moving more progressively left for the past 60 years, and there has been nothing to stop it. Even if a Republican wins the House, or if Republicans win the House, Republicans win the Senate, Republicans win the White House. It doesn't matter. The cultural shift within the country has been progressively more left for such a long time that it doesn't matter. 4 years is not going to change anything. The only thing that's going to stop that type of cultural shift is if people say, you know what? I might have been saying I like sanctuary cities until you actually become a sanctuary city. There has to be a fundamental cultural change. There has to be a change in the mindset of the people before that shift stops and it starts moving the other direction. Because right now, it is very far left.
Hey, Doku, you'll find this fucking interesting. You said something about them like, oh, they're going to chuck shit cunts in jail. Well, I already know how that's going to happen. And that was all this defunding the police nonsense and all this kind of shit. So basically, they're fucking taking the leash off everybody. And then fucking, what'd they do? They went fucking stupid. Now, you have a look at Camel Toe, and she's a big proponent of the 94 fucking crime bill. She used that to full effect. And you got Potato, who was one of the fucking authors of that. And now they've done this defund the police thing, and now people are going stupid. And let's face it, the footage doesn't fucking lie, but it's spot the white cunt. So they actually have to do something about it the next term, like, because people are now screaming for fucking law and order and all this kind of shit, and they want refunding the police. So whoever gets in is going to do something, going to need to do something about it. And if it's going to be Trump, they're going to say, see, look, he's racist because, well, what's going to happen is going to be disproportionately affecting fucking black males more than any of the other demographics. So that's where they'll scream, look, see, Trump's racist. Look, he's picking on the black fellas. But if it's fucking Camel Toe, oh boy, she's going to go, well, if I already predicted this back when it was Potato, and Potato was going to say, see, look, we fucking took the leash off yous, and look at what yous did. You showed us you were a bunch of bloody savages and all this kind of shit. So fucking we are so racist cunts. We're right the fucking first time. But now it's Camel Toe, and she'll just come in and say, oh, you know that 94 fucking crime bill? That's going to read like a fucking Disney book.
Yeah, I gotta side with Farty on this one. But we're gonna move on.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree either.
We're gonna move on because there's still a lot to talk about, and we've only got about an hour left.
Hang on, real quick, and that just brings back to Potato's fucking quote where he screams out, "We're gonna put you all back in chains."
Look, man, when I came into office in 1937, I talked to my friend Corn Pop, and you know Corn Pop was a bad dude, but he was black, so we put him in jail.
So there's still more to talk about on the Kamala shit. Tim Walz is now her running mate. And I take umbrage with this, and I've talked to Farty about this. I'm not gonna mention it again. I don't fucking need to mention it again. But I take umbrage with the fact that they basically hired a fucking pedophile to be her running mate.
I mean, are you really that surprised though?
You know, it is the Democrats.
I'm not surprised. I take umbrage with the fact, and people are like, oh, well, I'm voting Kamala Harris because J.D. Vance pissed me off. He said something I don't like. Okay, cool, but has he fucked children?
I'm just saying, man, like, look, we had an old white dude who was sniffing children for the past 4 years. Do you think it's really going to change the mind of Democrats all that much? Because I tell you this, they don't care.
They don't. I guess that's all that needs to be said about Tim Waltz. Do you have anything to add, Farty?
Fucking stolen valor, piece of shit, motherfucker.
All right, Doku. Final thoughts on
Tim-
Tim Waltz.
You have to call him Timpon because he believes in tampons for boys. Because
You
I don't
wanna-
know.
All right, I'm gonna say this, and then we're done with the topic of Tim Waltz because fuck
Timpon.
him. Shut up, Doku.
Timpon, damn it.
What's it with the fucking Democrats and fucking sanitary fucking products? Like you got fucking Mr. Depends that was in the power at the moment. Now you got fucking Tampon Tim.
Oh,
It-
Christ, now
fucking-
Farty's
you know
doing
what?
it. Great.
I'm firmly of the belief that it is actually just legitimately a kink. Like it's a sexual thing for them. I don't know why,
Here's
but
the
there's
deal.
no other explanation.
Here's the deal. You have
Next thing
so
you'll
many
be telling me
fucking
it's Taxi Dad Waters.
fuck, dude. Here's the problem. You have so many of these fucking simps coming out of the woodwork, like, oh, Tim is like this and that and the other thing. I'm like, bro, if he offered you a fucking tampon in high school, you would have been skeeved the fuck out.
Bro, literally like a day or two ago, I had someone trying to argue with me of like, no, boys actually need tampons. And I'm like, why?
We're not talking
like-
about this. We're moving on. Farty, do you
Bro, I'm
remember
just
what the
telling
next
you, it's a
topic
fucking
was?
fetish. It's
Right.
that's what it is. They, for some weird reason, they have an obsession with bodily functions. I'll just put it like that.
Farty, do you remember what the next topic was?
It wasn't Susan.
Shut up, Doku. Shut the hell up.
I normally don't go for low hanging fruit, but that one was
I had forgotten
I have my
entirely
moments.
about Susan Wojcicki. My God, we're moving on.
So did
Farty.
God apparently.
Farty.
Speaking of toilets, speaking of Susan Wojcicki, toilet seat breakdown.
Oh God. There's not much material here, Farty.
Oh, I'm not gonna make the joke. I'm not gonna make the joke.
Each collapse section by section.
Oh, farty.
What?
There was a little bit of material there. It was left over.
Yeah, it's on
Okay.
the bottom of your shoe, Doku.
And a little. Oh, sorry, a little bit of used hygiene product.
Right.
Hey, you know how you fucking recycle toilet paper?
God, I don't want to know. Please don't say it.
Hang it up, beat the shit out of it.
God damn it.
Who owns
When
Tampon
did I
Factory?
lose? Okay, I lost control of this a second. I'm like, you know what? I'll try inviting
Hang on.
Doku. I lost control of this
Hang on.
game. Was that far?
Who owns a tampon factory?
Oh, for fuck's sake,
Wait.
dude.
Some bloody cunt.
You invited me and Farty onto a stream, and now you're complaining about losing control, bro. You know
I
what you were
lost
getting
control
into.
of this the second I'm like, you know what? I doubt Doku's gonna show up, but I'll send him a link anyway, because he was bitching and complaining. Why haven't you sent me a link, Frank? Why haven't you done it, Frank? Andrew, I didn't send you a link because you never fucking
Do I have to
clicked
change
it.
your last name to Harris?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hey,
You-
why
okay.
Frank,
You're-
hang on,
Yeah.
yeah. Why don't fucking tampons talk too much?
Oh no.
Because they're stuck up cunts.
I'm gonna fucking mute both of you. I'm gonna mute both of you. I'm gonna start with Doku. Doku's getting his avatar changed to a fucking dick nose. It's gonna be Tim Waltz with a dick nose, and
Oh,
and,
that's just mean.
and
At least give me knee pads so I can climb my way up the ladder in the political establishment.
oh my god, I lost
Okay,
control of this stream the second I invited Doku. I am losing control now, even in the chat, because Dester's like, "Hey, another Mr. Beast crew member got outed for diddling kids."
Oh God. I mean, not surprising, but good Lord.
It's gonna come
Although
out
to
that
be fair,
it's going
the
to
first time I saw Mr. Beast, there was something that just always felt off and fake to me, and I was like, I don't trust that.
it's either going to come out that Mr. Beast himself is a kid diddler, or he's going to fucking take his own life.
I mean, I hope the latter is not true.
Which way, Western man?
Here's the thing. When you have large content creators that make content that is explicitly designed to target children, whether you are of that persuasion, because I know how YouTube is, whether you're of that persuasion or not, it doesn't take a lot of time and it doesn't have to be intentional before you find yourself in a position where whether you're of the persuasion or not doesn't really fucking matter because you have put yourself into that situation. And yeah, there's really no way of getting out of that. So
all right, moving on. We're moving on. I remember what the next topic was, Farty. I remember. Apparently 1776 is happening again. UK.
What, Cronenberg?
Cronenberg, yes. Cronenberg. You got it exactly right in one, Farty. No, so the UK has been arresting citizens for riots, but also for sharing. So we called this back in 2019, when or 2018, whenever fucking Exiled Opinions first started, which was what, 2018, something like that.
I think it was actually before that. I think it was 2017.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I don't remember.
When did Astro Lost in Space come out?
Oh, fuck's sake. We're not talking about Astro Lost in Space. It was well before that, though. And I'm really pissed that YouTube nuked our fucking back catalog, but whatever.
Well, it's Google, and they can go fuck themselves.
Anyway. So we called this back when fucking they first started pulling this shit, back when the stream started doing, when we started doing the stream. And, fucking, we called this, and they were gonna, start, sharing harmful content, quote unquote, mean tweets and shit. And now they're jailing people for it. Now they're going as far as to say we're gonna put. Yeah, I was getting to that, Destier. Now they're going as far as saying they're going to extradite Americans, not only sharing harmful content, what they deem harmful, but also even talking about the riots, or like if you even watched the riot bullshit going on Facebook or something, and you commented on that, even if it wasn't, like, oh, what's going on, you were gonna get fucking put in jail for it, and so much other bullshit. Like,
well, I have a little cherry on top for you. Even if there was someone there that watched the riot happening, like, I don't know, you wanted to go to the corner store to grab a soda, and you just watched the riot, yeah, you're going to jail.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But there's also shit going on in Ireland, where North and South Ireland are actually fucking unified. Hey, I just saw that chat, Des. Thank you. North and South Ireland are actually unified because the same shit is happening in Ireland, and the people of Ireland have had a fuck enough, and now there's actually a coup to get rid of the government in Ireland and start funding.
It's slightly
Good.
different in Ireland.
Go ahead. Funny.
Most of the shit that's happening in Britain is from migrants that have basically flooded the place legally. Most of them are supposed to be there. They've come through the correct means. It's just the government just fucking opened the gates and let too many people in.
Yeah.
Now you got places in London which is like literally spot the white guy there too. Even fucking like you got Arab cunts coming to London going, Jesus Christ, where are all the fucking British people? But in Ireland, they've taken on a bunch of these refugee cunts, and that's what's pissed off the Irish is that these refugee cunts are getting all of these fucking handouts and shit, and they're fucking basically ruining the joint, doing like the same shit as they're doing in America, fucking raping and killing girls and fucking all this kind of shit. But they've been put up in 5-star hotels and fucking being looked after, and like, well, normal Irish people aren't being looked after at all. That's what they're having a big fucking stink about. And the Irish government's basically telling the population, shut the fuck up and like it, fucking, because stiff fucking shit pretty much. And the Irish are like, to be sure, go fuck yourself.
I mean, look, to be fair, like, yeah, the government can do whatever it wants, but after a certain amount of time, or more specifically, after a certain amount of stabbings that have been perpetrated by people who are not from my country, the people that are the ones getting stabbed are eventually going to say, you know what? I don't think I like this.
That actually happened in New York a couple of weeks ago. There was a piece of footage where like a whole bunch of people, I think it was down in the Bronx, had just fucking gotten fed up and they'd bailed this fucking migrant up and they'd like basically got him between cars and they're kicking the shit out of him. And the coppers rocked up and they're like, yeah, there he is, fucking get him. So looks like fucking people want the fucking police funded back again.
Look, this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. You can push people to a certain point, but there is a breaking point. And that breaking point generally tends to be one of two things. Either, at least in our current society, it seems to be either if you're messing with children or if you're trying to stab me, people suddenly become very intolerant.
Well, here's the problem that I have with it. They're jailing people for like 20 years for shit they said online. And they're letting child murderers and rapists get away with, like, what? A week in fucking jail. I'm being very hyperbolic when I say this, but the fact of the matter is that the punishments for these rapists and murderers that have come in, either through legal or illegal means, it doesn't matter which, are getting away with literal murder.
See, the sad part is that's actually not hyperbolic. There are people who serve less than a week in
I was
jail.
being hyperbolic with the count, with the numbers. But the fact of the matter is...
Oh, I thought you meant more. But yeah,
No.
You're not wrong.
No. I'm being hyperbolic with the numbers. I'm being very, very, very exaggerating of how low the sentences are for the rapists and murderers that are doing the raping and murdering.
If they actually even get a sentence to begin with.
Yeah, and they're not even gonna... Yeah. Destry says that I'm not being hyperbolic. That happened. No, I know it happened. I'm being very liberal with the numbers that I'm using.
Fuck, some of them sound like, right? Some of them fucking sound like they already get caught for murdering and raping and all this kind of shit. And basically the fucking police take them to just the other side of the border and go, right, now you stay there, right? And they jump in their car and fuck off and, you know, trust him to just stay
No,
there.
dude. No, Farty, it's not even that. There was like some like 16 or 17-year-old kid who, I forget if it was rape or murder. It was one of the...
He beat a kid. It was like a little girl or something. He beat the kid.
Yeah, it was like a 3 or 4-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And he was out within like 3 days.
Yeah. Beat the kid within an inch of his life. The kid died in the fucking hospital. And
and he was out in like less than a week.
Yeah.
Now, there are cunts that have already been deported like 3 or 4 times already for the exact same shit, and it's like they just fucking just leave them at the other side, just the other side of
Yeah.
the fucking fence, and then they fuck off and expect them to not come back
No,
over.
you don't
As soon as
come
they turn
back
around and
in.
drive off, the bloke just takes 2 steps
No,
back
they
into the
did.
United
Well, in the UK, they didn't even deport this. They didn't even deport this kid. They're just like, oh,
No, they just
I
let
don't know.
him
You
out.
just murdered
They just
somebody.
give him
Go
bail.
back out on the streets. You'll be fine. You won't do it again, I guess.
They
You
give-
learned your lesson. You spent your 3 days in jail.
Yeah, they give him a signature bond, Farty. They give him a signature bond. As long as he didn't commit another crime within like 30 days, he was scot fucking free.
Well,
Yeah,
I thought you
go
were
out there and murder a second
Hang on,
person.
hang
Maybe
on.
we'll keep you in jail for 2 weeks.
Hold your
I
thought.
thought you were talking about the States for a second there.
No,
well,
we're
yeah,
talking in the UK, Farty.
okay, well, fuck, you guys remember Rotherham, right? Fucking all these fucking
Right.
Arab cunts, mostly Pakistanis, running around in big groups, fucking grooming girls, raping them, pack raping them, and all this. And then fucking, if anybody called the cops and shit, they were the ones that were getting arrested because the cops were too fucking scared to cause a racial fucking upset with the fucking
It
Pakistanis
happened
and shit.
there. It happened in fucking. It happened in London. It happened in fucking.
Yeah, Tommy
Birmingham.
Robinson. That's the reason why he's a fucking known person because he was speaking up about Rotherham right from the beginning.
Yeah.
And even the cops, right? There was this fucking rape victims group organization there, and the cops fucking raided them and took all their fucking files and shit. You know, all the reports and shit from all the victims and whatnot. Some of the parents were getting the shits. They were going around to the places where these Pakistani cunts were with a baseball bat, and fucking the cops would just arrest them.
Yeah.
Fucking, oh, it was fucking absolutely fucking horrific.
So there's been other developments with this as well. So one of the developments that I absolutely fucking love is that a bunch of Americans have been sending in tips to the police. Some of them look like really good, well thought out tips, and they have been sending some of the police on a fucking on like wild goose hunts. But some of them have just been like, hey, there's a guy who's standing in my window and he's naked, and it's some white guy and he's like doing the Macarena and just off the wall bullshit like that.
I've seen some of those and they're very, very funny.
There hasn't only been that, but there's also been false tips being leaked to not leaked because leak doesn't work that way. But there's been false tips given to the fucking the people who have come from other countries, right? I'm not gonna give a descriptor. I'll leave that for one of my compatriots here. People from other countries have been getting these false tips of, hey, these guys are about to go over to this neighborhood and do some shit to you guys. And so they get these alleged counter rioters, counter protesters to go out. And now the police have to deal with them wielding fucking machetes and fucking kitchen knives and baseball bats and shit. And there's no protester rioters in that area, and the police have to fucking deal with them.
Smart.
Yeah. Gesture says, it's me, your sovereign Charles. I'm being held against my will by the Jews and my favorite one. Oh my god.
I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh.
Oh my god. Duster, you're sending us all to hell. I hope you know that. I hope you're happy with it.
Wait, we weren't going there already?
Well, I'm sure they make the exceptions for retards.
Oh, I appreciate that. I should be fine.
Yeah, I should be fine too. Farty, are you going to be fine? Are you a retard?
Socially, yeah.
Good enough for me. That's a passing grade.
Why did it take you? Why did you have to pause to answer that?
His
Farty?
mic was
I'm
muted.
trying to get up and go and take a fucking piss, and it's just about to get up your fucking ass. You goddamn quick.
His mic was muted. Leave the guy alone.
I refuse.
Okay. Well, since Doku refuses. It's just Frank time now.
Asshole.
Duster says you'll have to look up to see hell. No, you just Just claim you're a social retard. You'll pass the sniff test. They'll let you right into heaven.
Oh, I could tell them that I actually was a social worker. I went to school for gender studies.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you did too.
I actually do. Wait,
know.
no, I don't know the difference between man and a woman.
Oh shit. Yeah, you went to school for gender studies, all right. Oh my god.
The one thing I do want to say though, a slightly more serious note, is I love how the UK.gov Twitter account, well, X, formerly Twitter,
You can call it Twitter.
came out and said, you know, think before you post, and then followed it up with, if you post something we don't like, we're gonna fucking throw you in jail. It's like,
Oh.
oh.
God. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, do you guys realize that not everybody on this website lives in the UK, and a lot of us are shit posters? Dude, do you know what that entails? Because you're about to get a lot of shit posting. To be fair, I'm not complaining
Oh,
because I found
no.
it absolutely
They're
hilarious.
back. They're back online.
Why couldn't we arrest them? I don't know, sir. Apparently they don't live in the UK. What do you mean they don't live in the UK? I
Oh.
don't know. Apparently this website operates in other countries other than the UK.
Here, UK Gov. If you're planning to visit the UK this summer, check if you need a UK visa. Or here, what you need to know about traveling with a baby. August 8th. Think before you post. This is
Yeah, that's the one. Think before you post.
Thank you before you post. Content that incites violence or hatred isn't harmful. It can be illegal. The CPS takes online violence seriously and will prosecute when legal test is met. You can fucking prosecute my ass hairs.
Yeah, in other words, if I was to say something like, "Oh, I don't know, an African migrant stabbed a British citizen," then the UK would want to arrest me. Because you need to think
Wait.
before you post.
Wait, no. No, that's not how it works. That's racist. We need to leave the migrant alone and arrest the guy that got stabbed. Fun fact, that actually fucking happened.
I was just about to say that's not a joke. That actually happened. That's a thing.
Doku, shut those fucking birds up outside your house.
I wish I could.
What happened
There's
to
also a rabbit out there.
What happened to your fucking airsoft gun? Just shoot one at the tree and they'll fucking fly away.
I don't have an
Like
airsoft
the
gun.
little feathered bitches they are. What's up, Farty?
Fucking so what? The British cops fucking failed to understand the very simple premise of the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That sums it up.
See, that's the
Listen.
reason why I was never a cop in my life. I was too fucking smart.
Yeah. So, in fluff news, I got accepted to be a part of a playtest for a new game.
What game is that?
It's called Mecha Break.
Oh, thank God it's not a AAA game.
No, it's a free to play game.
Oh, as long as
Good.
it's not fucking bend over and guess the vegetable.
You got experience with that, Farty?
No, but I know a joke about it though.
Oh God, here he goes.
All right, two gay guys, right? And they're gonna play the game of like guess the vegetable. We'll bend over and guess the vegetable. Anyway, so Cecil grabs a banana and he sticks it up Cyril's bum and goes, "Okay, what's this?" And Cyril goes, "Oh, that's easy. That's a banana." Anyway, fucking so now they swap sides and it's Cyril's turn to fucking stick something up Cecil's bum and he goes and sticks a couple of grapes up there and he, all right, what was that? And, and Cyril goes, "Oh, that was some grapes." Anyway, fucking so they swap sides again and now it's Cyril's turn and he grabs oh fucking oh shit, what the green things are like, the green things that look like a big dick.
Zucchini?
So you played the
You
game?
played this before.
Green beans? Zucchini?
Yeah. So you
You've
played it,
played
Doku? You're an
I'm,
expert at the game, Doku. You've played it before, obviously.
I don't know if it was me, I would have gone with bell pepper.
Fucking hell, Luke.
No, he's trying to act like it went over his head, but we know it didn't. Right now, he's pissed. Right now, he is seething.
Fucking bastards.
I'm mad that I don't have a bell pepper.
He's mad he
I like
doesn't
it
have.
short and fat.
Just
No,
like
that's
the
the other.
fireball
That's the
bottle,
other
right,
part of the
Doku?
joke. It's actually a pellet, not a bell pepper.
Fucking farty.
Anyway, continue the joke. Continue the joke.
That was the joke.
It's over, you fucking.
That was the joke. Someone gives the answer to like, oh, okay, well, you're doing the thing. Oh, you mean blah blah blah. That is the
The
joke.
confusion was part of the joke. It was like I forget the thing, and then you say it. And I go, "Oh, you've done it. You've done this before."
Wait, so it was bell pepper then? That means I won, right?
Fucking zucchini. You
You
goose.
want an ass full of fucking zucchini.
So you play it with bell peppers? How fucking loose are you, mate?
Hey, look, it doesn't matter how girthy or how long it is. It's all squash at the end of the day.
Oh, for fuck's sake. The problem is that wasn't even on Farty. That was a cell phone, Doku.
I know. That's why I had to follow up,
It was a
which is what he said.
It was a self-own. Oh my god.
I'll take it all in. I love the nutrients. Hey, if I keep this up, I can actually get a job at Mr. Beast.
So in other news, it looks like I might be playing on Monday Mecha Break with Des. That should be fun.
Speaking about weirdos and Mr. Beast and all this kind of shit, fucking monkeypox is coming back, and we still haven't got an answer off the LGBTQRS community of how it fucking moved from gay blokes to fucking dogs and children.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think you're gonna get an
what
answer
I'm
to that
waiting
one.
for. Here's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for actual, and I'm gonna go back to this because I wanted to talk about this earlier, but fucking Doku. No, you pissed me off today, sir.
Wait, that doesn't happen every day?
Well, it does, but today is in particular.
Oh, okay, good.
You're just
Good.
hanging off my nipples today, sir. You're just hanging off my nipples today.
Like a zucchini?
That joke is done and over with, sir. You're really good at killing jokes, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
We're gonna rename you. You're no longer Doku. You're gonna be Joke Killer. It's like the guy
I am a squash.
Taserface. It's like the guy.
I love to squash jokes.
It's like the guy Taserface in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Oh, that's just mean.
Yeah, my name's Taserface. Here's what I'm.
My name's
Here's what I'm waiting for. I am waiting for actual solid fucking policy from the Harris camp. I'm waiting for actual fucking solid policy to see if it would actually might possibly be worth fucking considering them. Why anyone would let me rephrase. Why anyone would consider them as a viable ticket. Right?
Well, don't hold your breath. And what drugs are you on?
Oh, I'm not on any at the moment. And
she has solid policy.
No, she doesn't have solid policy. She has innuendo and she has hyperbole.
No, she's actually come out. No, she's come out and said exactly what her policies are. She has solid policy. She believes that immigration is not illegal.
That's and policy.
She also believes that you shouldn't have private insurance. It should all be government funded.
And all pregnancies are fatal.
Okay, those last two might be policy, but they're not explicitly policy.
Well, it's policy that she's stood on in the past. They just don't want her to talk about it right now because the majority of people would look at it and go, "You're fucking batshit crazy."
You know, the real crux of the matter of Kamala Harris is her policy. When she wasn't running for president, she leaned heavily on her Indian heritage. She leaned
Oh yeah.
even as even as not early, but even as recently as like a year ago, she was leaning on her Indian heritage. And she leaned on her Indian heritage because she didn't want to admit that she was her father's daughter.
Oh, but how dare you? She went to Howard University. She's a black woman, and she always has been.
So she doesn't want to admit that she's her father's daughter. She, for some reason, hates
Yeah,
her
because
father with a fucking sick and twisted passion, which is fine. You know, I'm not gonna get into your family business. That's you do you, boo. But here's the thing.
her father is a Marxist professor, and her grandfather owned slaves in Jamaica. So fair enough.
So here's the thing. The problem is she resents. She's and Farty did mention this earlier. She resents that part of her biology to the point where she has done a Hitler. She has locked up black people at an increasingly and an alarmingly high rate for some of the weakest offenses ever and kept them in fucking prison well past their fucking their release date.
Bro, she tried to keep a black guy on death row.
Yeah.
like the fuck, homie.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah,
innocent.
For a crime he didn't commit.
And he was innocent. Was that Farty?
Yeah, she failed to. Well, she refused to reveal evidence that would have acquitted him.
Yeah. And they
Yeah, she
Well,
tried to get a black dude killed for a crime he didn't commit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it was a case that it wasn't a case that she forgot to do it or she made a mistake or anything. She knew full and well he was innocent. She's just like, no, I'm not even gonna fucking bother.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just
I mean,
that's why
hey,
I'm waiting for
another
that's why I'm waiting to see
another girl with daddy issues that sucked her way up the ladder. Imagine my shock.
It's OnlyFans, but in real life.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not even saying that jokingly. Like, yeah, that's quite literally the best description
Oh
of a
my God.
career.
I'm not gonna say that, Dester. I'll let someone else on the panel say that, but I'm not gonna fucking say that.
Oh no.
Hang on. What'd he
Oh,
say?
Farty's gonna say it. Oh,
What'd
no.
he say?
Farty's gonna say
Oh,
it.
the amount of dicks she sucked through. I thought father issues were expected.
Well, that's a low blow. Lower than
Hang
Susan.
on. I got a meme.
Fucking needy
He'd like-
cat, dude. Okay, I'm petting you. What else do you fucking want from me, you little furry cunt? Oh, what's this? What happened? Something happened. Oh,
What
Doku
hit?
went masturbating. That's what happened.
It only takes me a few seconds.
Hi, Doku.
It only takes a few seconds.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Only a few.
Alright, I'm done.
Oh man, that's like 5 times now. Hey, at this rate, I could be vice president.
Okay. What was that, Doku? I didn't quite catch that.
At this rate, hey, look, come on, man. You know the thing. True international. Whatever, man.
Oh my God, I can't put that on screen, sir.
Yeah, you can.
I can't put that on screen, sir.
Yeah, you can.
This is
Do it.
This is not me. This is not me putting it on screen. This is not me putting it on screen. Let me just go ahead and yep, there it goes. This is not me putting the meme where everyone can see it.
You know, when the blood flows, then the blood flows, and then the blood flows to certain places. And when the blood flows to certain places,
Oh my
then
God.
certain people, like Kamala, can climb their way up the ladder like the blood flows because the blood is flowing to certain places, and they're also good at blowing when the blood flows.
Can someone get this stroking idiot off the fucking? Oh my God. Okay.
I'm running for VP, damn it.
Oh my God. Okay. It sounds more like you're running for president, but you know.
Here you go. Put that one up.
Oh, put that one up. He says. Put that one up. He says. Are you happy now?
Mm,
Are you happy now, Farty?
all right. Leave it up, leave it up, leave it up, leave it up, because there's a sequel to it.
There's a sequel. He says. Farty.
I hear we have a very strong alliance with the Republic of North Korea.
You know, Future Forward isn't gonna like this very much.
Fucking, hang on. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Doku will like this one.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. This is the last one, Farty.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Keep
wrap it
talking
up
while
here.
I'm trying. Keep talking while I'm trying to find him.
Keep talking. Okay, Doku. Open your dick flap.
You know, when people talk, they say words, and when you say words, they somehow listen to them. And when they listen to the words that you're speaking, then that means you're talking. So that's a qualification for you to be the leader of the free world, because when you talk, people have to listen to the words that you speak. And that means you're qualified because they're listening to the words that you're speaking. And you have to be able to communicate as the leader of the free world because you're speaking words as you talk. And they have to listen to the words that you speak because you're the leader of the free world. And that means you're supposed to lead them. And when you lead them, that means they have to listen to the words that you're actually speaking. And oh, wait, hold on. Is that a zucchini?
Is that a what?
What?
Is that a what? Sorry?
Doku's busy
I-
inserting
I-
vegetables into himself again, Farty.
I'm just trying to channel my inner Kamala.
Then you need a lot more dicks in you.
Yeah, one zucchini won't do it.
Dester says, I just find it hilarious. The guy who got her into politics was named Willie Brown.
Yeah. She likes a lot of brown willies. That's true. Here we go.
What is this?
This is a groaner
There you go.
one. This is a groaner.
I mean,
So you got Nancy Pelosi
I-
shit-faced. Kamala Harris sounds like she's shit-faced. AOC has a
I have to
horse
read it
face
the other
and
way,
just
you
shat
fucking
on-
Muslim cunt.
No, I'm reading it backwards. Leave me alone.
put down the zucchini.
Yes, you probably should.
No, I refuse.
Okay, well that's
I'm
your
not dropping out of this race.
that's your prerogative, Doku. All right, come on, Ravage, quit fucking flopping around like a fucking trout. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're probably gonna be banned after this one. We'll see you next week on Kick.
See, normally I would laugh at that meme, except it's
It's probably not a meme
not
anymore.
wrong. It's not really a meme. It's sort of just stating the obvious.
At this point, yeah, it's not even a meme. But we are planning on not at the first weekend of September. The first Saturday of September, we'll be streaming on Kick. We will not be streaming on YouTube. There will be a link in the Discord. Oh, Farty's got more he wants to show you, Doku.
Oh, so we're gonna give the game of Monopoly a little bit more content.
Yeah.
What is this? It's almost like practice. Oh. Oh.
We got another one.
Oh.
All right. I can't can't show
That-
these. I can't show these memes anymore, Farty. They're too high powered for me.
I'm just showing Doku.
Oh shit. Oh god. Oh boy. Ravage, quit fucking flopping around, otherwise I'm gonna put you down.
Oh yeah, I don't know if this is true or not. Now I remember something. I wanted to ask you guys this. Is it true? Is it true that Tim Waltz had to actually go get his stomach pumped because he drank a gallon of horse semen? Is that a real thing?
I am just now hearing about it. I actually,
Yeah.
well, okay. To be fair, Desher said something similar to that effect at the beginning of the stream, but
He probably blew everybody in his fucking A-res unit so as they
No.
wouldn't give him shit for deserting
now
them
I
when
know
they
what
went to
is true is when the towers were attacked and the Pentagon was fucking flown into. That very day, he fucking quit the military, so he doesn't have to go to war.
Oh yeah, no, his battalion was providing security to a base that was in Spain, I believe.
Yeah.
And right before they were going to get shipped off over to, it was either Iraq or Afghanistan, he nipped the fuck out.
He quit. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, bro, you never completed the required course for the rank that you said that you held.
Yeah.
And right before you got shipped over into the sandbox, you noped out.
And the biggest
So-
fucking problem with it is he's a warhawk too. He's just as much
And
of
on
a
top-
warhawk as fucking Kamala is. Sorry, Farty, go ahead.
Yeah, on top of that as well, he was having a speech about fucking gun grabbing and said something along the lines of he doesn't want the same weapons that he carried in war being carried on the streets. And it's sort of like, motherfucker, you weren't in war. So what fucking weapon did you carry, cunt?
Yeah, that means that he doesn't want you to have the ability to speak freely. That's the weapon he carried.
Well, yeah, he's even on record as saying, one person's socialism is another person's neighborliness. What the fuck does that even mean? Either you're a socialist or a fucking neighbor. If you're a
It
neighbor,
means-
you don't go fucking narking on your other neighbors because they fucking said something you don't agree with.
It means he thinks that your neighbor should be able to kick in your door and come take your food because they're hungry. And it's fine if they carry a gun when they do it,
You know what?
because it's fine when they do it.
You know what? Fuck it. Fine. Let the fucking Warhawks take office. Let fucking World War III happen by fucking January 10th. And let the entire war. I'm gonna go fucking move to Australia. Why? Because ain't nobody gonna fucking bomb Australia. There's nothing in Australia.
Oh, I'm just gonna learn to speak Japanese and move to Japan. It'll be fine.
Well, there's actually all the fucking bloody wealth and resources of the fucking planet right here in Australia, and we're only guarding it with two cunts, a pistol, and a push bike at the moment. So,
And you're doing a damn good job of a farty.
no, it's only because no cunt wants to come near us for the moment. But once the Chinese fucking work out that fucking most of the animals have fucking basically leave you alone, and they'll stop being scared of coming here, they'll fucking come here on mass.
So, Farty, just hear me out on this one. All of the wildlife that you have in Central Australia, just take that and put it in Victoria and wait like a week or two. And then your country will be perfect.
Oh, the problem is that most of those animals are already in Victoria, and the cunts have learned to live with them.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
actually rather terrifying.
So whose cat is that in the background? Is that yours, Farty? Is your cat meowing?
No.
Then it's Doku's cat meowing.
I do not have a cat out here. There is a bird.
Well, that's what I'm hearing then.
Oh yeah,
I-
there's this damn mockingbird that always goes around the fucking grapevine. It's obnoxious as shit. I hate that fucking thing.
Dexter says anyone who is actually a gun guy knows military grade is an insult. My
Yeah.
shit is way better. Maybe.
He's not wrong.
I'm only just dipping my toe into the world of firearms, and Farty turned me onto a wonderful show. called Upote, and I actually started binge watching it last night, and I'm like most of the way through episode 7. I'm like maybe 3 minutes away from the ending of the episode. This guy's about to get his shit wrecked by being shot at again by fucking the FNC girl. Whew. It's been a wild ride. And it's
Follow Tactical Review on Twitter. They follow me. They're in Wisconsin, and they are a registered dealer. If you want to get a firearm, go to them.
I'm not ready to go that far yet. I'm just doing research stuff because I find. So here's my thing: is I've already got a mental illness. Like I've already been diagnosed with it, and I doubt they'd let me have anything more powerful than a fucking slingshot. But I'm just reading up on the shit because I've always kind of, and I told Farty this before the stream this morning, before you actually joined Doku, that like I've always been really admirable of the way that firearms are engineered and assembled, and like how everything works. It's just kind of like a poetic kind of thing. It's like kind of an artistry to making a firearm work the way they work, and like the evolution of since like fucking flint pistols, you know.
100%. I mean, it is a marvel of engineering when you think about it.
So I've always been kind of like intrigued by it, and I'm just now doing like really low tier passive fucking like research and stuff. Farty pointed me to this Upote anime, Upotte, and I started watching it, and I was like cross referencing like it's like some of the stuff is changed for like the sake of entertainment, but it's nothing like major that gets changed to the point. Like nothing in the show is changed from the like the actual technical workings of the firearms and like the specifically the firearms. And, like I had some questions about like about ordnance and ammunition earlier that Farty and I talked about for a while before the stream started, but it's like the precision and shit that goes into it, and it's just been something that interests myself with for a while. I don't know if I'll ever purchase a firearm or try to purchase a firearm, but it's been fun learning about them.
Well, if you think about it, fundamentally at its core,
Go ahead,
it's no. Oh, sorry. What's up, Farty?
If you really like want to really start getting into seriously on like all the mechanics and stuff like that, because like there's 1,000 different ways that firearms actually work and stuff like that. So go look up fucking forgotten weapons on YouTube. It's run by a guy called Ian McCullum, or we usually call him fucking Gun Jesus because he looks a bit like Jesus. He breaks down weapons and like strips them apart, takes them all down to like the fucking full strip and all this kind of shit. Shows you like the different mechanisms, like sort of like there's roller lock, there's like cam lock, there's fucking bloody dropping block mechanisms, there's fucking rotating bolt head mechanisms like on the M16, and like goes through and shows you exactly all how they work and all this kind of stuff. And he goes through a lot of really rare stuff as well with like different like actions and working parts and all this. And some of them he gets onto some really fucking beautiful fucking examples. Like there's these pistols made by this company called Foch, and they're just normal stock standard pistols, but the engineering, the fit and finish, the final, it's a fucking beautiful. Like just the engineering.
I want to do some more reading. And this is kind of what started me down the rabbit hole, is I found out that there was a chain gun that was created that fires square-shaped projectiles.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I did some reading on it. And I'm like, holy shit, this is wild.
Well, the puckle gun they actually had two different projectiles, and this
Yeah.
was back in like Puritans era. So they had square projectiles for fucking heathens and
Yeah.
square projectiles for the Christians because that'd kill you quicker, but cross projectiles for the heathens so they'd suffer before they fucking die.
Yeah. That's what I was reading. They literally manufactured it so that it would cause more damage to certain groups versus other groups. And that the barrels were interchangeable.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, if you want to know one of the most fucked up ones though is the flechette gun. Those things are fucking mean.
Flechette?
Yeah,
Little tiny darts.
Little
they're
tiny darts. Oh
they're
no.
darts, but they're triangular shaped, so the wounds actually don't heal.
Well, given enough time, anything heals, but you'll bleed out before it does. Yes.
Well, the
Yeah,
major thing with
but
fletchet
they
rounds,
shoot like
Go ahead,
they
the
Farty.
they
major
shoot a lot of them very quickly.
Go ahead, Farty. What were
yeah,
you saying?
the major thing with fletchet rounds is they find that it's not entirely the darts going in like you'd expect the darts to like nice and straight. Is that most of them actually fucking keyhole when they leave the barrel, so they're actually hitting you sideways.
Oh shit, that's yeah.
Yeah, the flechette guns are terrifying.
I bet if the projectile itself was twisted to a point, to a certain amount, it would spiral, and that would
It's
It
very
also
depends on the material it's made out of, because if the material itself is uh if the material itself is dense but also fragile, it'll also fragment.
Okay, so during the Vietnam War, right, they had they've got these rockets that they fire from aircraft. It's called a 2.75-inch rocket, folding fin rocket. And you'll know these ones. They usually are fired from these big sort of circular fucking barrel thingies from helicopters and stuff. There's usually like about 18 of them in one of these barrels. But they had one version of it, instead of having like a high explosive warhead on it, it had like the big canister of these fletchet rounds, plus also like this yellow sort of like, or an orange fucking powdered dye kind of thing. That was just to show that, like, see, show the pilot the actual rounds were working properly. But they were designed to like basically literally just fucking scour this entire area with like millions of these little fucking fletchet darts and shit like that. And they put it out in the practice and all this, and then sort of thought, oh yeah, this is great and all this, and then they decided to test it one day and against a piece of plywood and found that like most of them wouldn't even stick in the fucking plywood. It was fucking pointless. You may as well throw handfuls of rocks out the helicopter at the enemy at that point.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Yeah. Fletchets in actual fact aren't really like the big danger that everyone thinks. Like they look nasty, but like they're really bad to put in practice, really.
That's interesting.
I mean,
Okay, guys.
they suck if you're going against like a hard target, but if you're a soft target, you're just walking around with, a shirt. Yeah, you're screwed.
Okay, guys.
Oh yeah.
Guys, I need to address the chat here for a second. I don't know what's worse. The fact that Dester is watching the Olympics, or that breakdancing is an Olympic event and a white woman just won it. Which is the worst one here, guys? Farty, we'll start with you. Which one?
Oh, I think the worst part is actually my disappointment of fucking looking at the beach volleyball fucking tournament this afternoon and then realizing that they didn't in fact use recycled cat litter, and that I wasn't going to see one of them go for a dive and come up with a cat turd mustache.
Oh shit. Oh. Okay. Doku, your take. Is it more disappointing that breakdancing is an event, or that Dester was watching it?
I'm gonna have to go with Dester's watching it, simply because it's gonna be absolutely hilarious that a white woman won the breakdancing competition, and I'm going to love the meltdown on Twitter
Dester says he
because
wasn't watching.
it's somehow racist.
Dester says he's not watching the Olympics. I'm inclined to believe him, but listen, audience participation, Des. We got to get you involved somehow, right? On that note, we're gonna end it here for today, guys. Thank you so much for coming out and watching. Doku, thanks for hanging out with us, buddy. And we will see you again next week. Same time, same channel.
Yo, look, we gonna win breakdancing.
We're gonna win breakdancing. I'm sorry.
We gonna win breakdancing.
Okay, Farty.
Boobies.
Frank and Farty, they're a couple of jerks. Frank and Farty, they're a couple of jerks. Can't stand each other, but somehow it works. Yelling and screaming, it's all in good fun. 2 hours a week, and then they're done. It's garbage, yeah, it's a mess. With Frank and Farty, you know the rest. Buddy Doku's gone, ghost in the stream. He's like Bigfoot in our podcast dream. Frank thinks he's smart, Farty thinks he's right. Put them together and they'll start a fight. Doku's hiding, who knows where? Probably eating snacks in his underwear. Nuke the site from orbit, it's the only way. Aliens got it right, we always say. Blow it all up, start it anew. But we'll be back next week just for you. It's garbage, yeah, it's a mess. With Frank and Farty, you know the rest. Buddy Doku's gone, ghost in the stream. He's like Bigfoot in our podcast dream. So thanks for listening to this crazy ride. Frank and Farty, always side by side. It's garbage, yeah, what a delight. We'll see you next week. Good night.